inspiration from Ramcharitra Manas. All because of we'd have lost the loving mother of this womb. And so in monthly satsang and worship and adorations to Bhagavan Krishna, we pray and we ask of Lord Krishna in our own words to shower his choicest and most divine blessings upon her. Wherever her soul may reside at this point, if not merged and become one with Bhagavan, and there residing in the realm of Pret, we pray and we ask of Bhagavan Krishna to shower his blessings upon her. So let's all put our hands together, close our eyes. As we prepare to begin, also say special welcome to my Bhaiya, Pundit Karmesh LD Sharma, joining with us tonight in Satsang. Indeed, Baba, it's always a blessing and a privilege to have you with me in Satsang. So let's all clap hands, put our hands together, and indeed close our eyes as we join together in prayer.
रसानाम छंद सामदे मंगलानाम चकर ताराओ वंदे वाणी विना गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्मङ्गरागाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शुद्धाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय। देवकी सुत गोविंदा वासुदेव जगत पिता देहि मे कृष्णः स्वमहं शरणं गतः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। स्यापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। So we glorify Ganapati Baba as we begin with Kirtan. वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानना। वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानना। रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो, रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो, हे शशि शेखर वंदना। वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन वांछित फल पावे, जो ध्यावे वांछित फल पावे। अग्रदेव तुम्हें वंदना, अग्रदेव तुम्हें वंदना। वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन, हे लंबोदर गजानना। वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन, हे लंबोदर गजानना। काम क्रोध मद लोभ लाधि हरु, काम क्रोध मद लोभ वाधि हरु। निर्विकार निर्मल मना, निर्विकार निर्मल मना। वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन, हे लंबोदर गजानना। रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो, रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो। हे शशि शेखर वंदना। वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन, हे लंबोदर गजानना। हे लंबोदर गजानना, हे लंबोदर गजानना। गणपति गणेश भगवान की जय। रघुवर 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 रघुवर, तुमको मेरी लाज, तुमको मेरी लाज। रघुवर 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 रघुवर, तुमको मेरी लाज, तुमको मेरी लाज। सदा सदा मैं शरण तिहारी, सदा सदा मैं शरण तिहारी। तुम हो गरीब निवाज रघुवर, तुमको मेरी लाज, तुमको मेरी लाज। अधम धारन विरध तिहारो, अधम धारन विरध तिहारो। श्रवण सुनी आवाज, श्रवण सुनी आवाज। मौसम पतित पुरातन कहिए, मौसम पतित पुरातन कहिए। पार उतारो जहाज रघुवर, तुमको मेरी लाज, तुमको मेरी लाज। रघुवर 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 तुमको मेरी लाज, तुमको मेरी लाज। आघ खंदन दुख भंजन जन के हे राम, बोलो राम। आघ खंदन दुख भंजन जन के, आघ खंदन दुख भंजन जन की, ये ही तिहारों का, ये ही तिहारों का। तुलसीदास पर कृपा की जय, तुलसीदास पर कृपा की जय। भक्ति दान देहु आज रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज, तुमको मेरी लाज। रघुवर 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 तुमको मेरी लाज, तुमको मेरी लाज। रघुवर 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 तुमको मेरी लाज, तुमको मेरी लाज।
Usually at the end of two bhajans I ready to start a katha, but we make tonight an exception because we have great musicians now, something I don't get regular.
प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, राम राम श्री राम राम राम, राम 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 श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, श्री राम राम पाप कते दुख मीते लेते राम नाम। पाप कते दुख मीते लेते राम नाम। भव समुद्र सुख बनाव एक राम नाम। भव समुद्र सुख बनाव एक राम Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram. Mahadev Satat Japat Divya Ram Ram. Mahadev Satat Japat Divya Ram Ram. Kashi Marat Mukti Karat Kahite Ram Ram. Kashi Marat Mukti Karat Kahite Ram Ram. Prem Mudit Man se kaho Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram. Prem Mudit Man se kaho Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram. Syapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Ayodhyapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. So tonight we'll take a few lines from Ramcharitramanas taken from Kishkinda Kand of Ramayan. And for you to really understand tonight's katha, we must visualize in the mind from what point it begins. And for those of us who are familiar with Ramayan, I want you to visualize that form or that part of Ramayan where Bhagwan Ram, during his search for Devi Sita, had created a very wonderful alliance, a friendship with Maharaj Sugriv, king of the Vanas. And as he created that friendship with Sugriv, the promise was that Sri Ram will help Sugriv, and Sugriv in turn will help Sri Ram. Sugriv will help Sri Ram in search for Devi Sita, but in return, Sri Ram will get rid of his vile and sinful brother Bali. So, Bali had a boon gifted to him by Lord Brahma, that any person he would face and stand up in battle with, he would acquire half of that person's strength. And for this reason, Bali was formidable. No one could have destroyed Bali. In fact, at one point in time in Ramayan, Ravan, who would have conquered the three worlds, and I'm sure you would all remember that, Ravan was so powerful that he conquered the heavenly realm, the earth and the lower regions, Patal. He entered Kishkinda while Bali was offering Tilanjali. You know what Bali did? Bali held Ravan under his arms like this until he completed his offerings, and then he did what? He threw him into his playpen so that Angad will play with him. That is the Bali we're talking about here. So Sri Ram hid behind a tree and he fired an arrow which struck Bali in his heart, and Bali fell to the ground. Again and again, he sprang up and he sat down, he laid down back, and he continued saying, "Hey Ram, why did you treat me in this manner? Why did you hide behind a tree and fire this arrow at me?" Kapat, deceitfulness. Sri Ram said, "Bali, you yourself was deceitful." You know what was the main crime of Bali? Why Sri Ram had to take him down? Although he was the king of Kishkinda, Bali took the wife of his younger brother. And that is part. The greatest sin that anyone could have ever committed. And at that point in time, Sri Ram used that as an excuse to take down Bali. And as the arrow struck him and he fell to the ground, his pran, his life force, was now about to leave this realm. Goswami Tulsidas Ji says, what happened further in Katha, he tells us. Very good. Thank you. So we'll do a doha and everybody will join along together with me now. We chant Bolo Ram Seecharan.
O Bolo Ram Seecharan, Seecharan Jai Jai Ram. Bolo Ram Seecharan.
Everybody bolo.
Bolo Ram Seecharan. Ram Charan Dridha Priti Kari. Bali ki tanu tyag. Suman mal jimi kanth te. Girtan jane nag. Bolo Ram Seecharan. Seecharan Jai Jai Ram. Bolo Ram Seecharan. Seecharan Jai Jai Ram. Syapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Goswami Tulsidas Ji ki bole भक्त जनों, रघुनाथ जी के चरणों में दृढ़ की प्रीति करके बाली अपना शरीर बिना दुख त्याग दिया। जैसे हाथी के गले से फूलों की माल गिर जाए और उससे खबर नहीं होती। Goswami Ji, he says in tonight's katha that Ram Charan Dridha Priti Kari, with great love and devotion for the feet of Bhagwan Ram, Bali Keen Hatanu Tyag, Bali departed from this realm. You know, people say, it's really not how you die, it's how you live. Bali departed, although he was termed as being a sinner. You know what he had going for him? He had Sri Ram standing before him. And his eyes was focused on the feet of Sri Ram. Goswami says, Ram Charana Dridha Priti Kari Bali Keen Hatanu Tyag. With great love and devotion for the feet of Bhagwan Ram, he departed from this realm. You know, on the day of the funeral, we make 5 stops now. Yeah? And what will I say? Acha. Ram Nam? What does that mean? Jai Bhagwan. And we chant that all the time. And I want you to remember this at the beginning of Katha. He says, Rama Charana Dridha Priti Kari Bali Keen Hatanu. Bali died, but he died how? With the feet of Sri Ram enshrined in his heart. And Ramayan Katha spoke at length about the feet of Sri Ram. Baba Karmesh with us here tonight. Baba, every time we do puja and we finish Avahan, where we welcome God on the Bedi, and we ask Bhagwan to be seated on the Bedi, Asan mantra, and we ask Prabhu to be seated there, and he resides within the Murti. Where's the first step? Padhyam. We start to do what? Wash the feet of Bhagwan. Bali enshrined the feet of God in his heart. And because he did this, Goswami Ji, he says, Sumanamala Jimikanthate Giritana Janaina. He died how? As little as an elephant will recognize the falling of a garland from around its neck. You know, the elephant is a massive animal, powerful, big. But you put a nice soft mala around his neck now. You think he'll recognize when that mala falls from his neck? No. Similarly, the pran, the life force of Bali departed from this realm, effortless. Without pain, without suffering, he departed this realm. So, Goswami Ji points out to us that living life in this world, we should always remember Ram Charan, the feet of Sri Ram. In fact, there's a beautiful bhajan that tells us of the name Ramna. You know, the bhajan says that those who do not chant the name of Sri Ram, it is as though we are physically alive but spiritually dead. You know what I mean?
There are many people in this world who are walking, talking, preats, living dead. Hey, आँख वो जो शाम का दर्शन किया करे. If you don't use the eyes to look at the murti of Bhagwan regular, then you are living dead. Hey, शीश जो प्रभु चरण में बंधन किया करे. If you don't bow your head when you see the murti, then you are living dead too. हीरे मोती से नहीं. You think pretty gold and beira and things beautify the hand? I don't know. No. Machela में buy none from here too. Beautiful gold and thing would not beautify the hand. Hey, हाथ जो भगवान का पूजन किया करे. The hands that offer to Bhagavan with love is indeed a blessed hand. मुख वो है जो हरि नाम का सुमिरन किया करे ना. Of what use is this tongue and mouth if we do chant Hari Nam regularly? Then it is as though we are physically alive but spiritually dead. The bhajan says, those who do not chant the name of Sri Ram, it is as though we are walking, talking, living dead. Those who chant the name are gifted the grace of Hari. जो राम नाम नहीं गाते वो जीते जी मर जाते. जो राम नाम गाते हैं वो परम धाम पाते हैं. बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम. बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम. बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम. एक राम नाम है जप से हर कष्ट मिटे जीवन का. एक राम नाम के तप से पावन हो मन झन झन का. एक राम नाम ही जप से हर कष्ट मिटे जीवन का. एक राम नाम के तप से पावन हो मन झन झन का. जो राम नाम बिसराते वो पग पग ढूंढ कथाते. जो राम नाम गाते हैं वो परम धाम पाते हैं. बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम. बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम. एक राम नाम ही जग में हर बेरा पार लगाए. एक राम नाम का सुमिरन मन में उजियारा लाए. एक राम नाम ही जग में हर बेरा पार लगाए. एक राम नाम का सुमिरन मन में उजियारा लाए. जो राम नाम नहीं ध्याते भव सागर में बह जाते. जो राम नाम गाते हैं वो परम धाम पाते हैं. बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम. बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम. से बढ़ के कुछ और नहीं है साचा, कभी रानी यही बताया, तुलसी ने यही भाषा। एक राम नाम से बढ़ के कुछ और नहीं है साचा, कभी रानी यही बताया, तुलसी ने यही भाषा। जो राम नाम मुख गाते वो धन्य धन्य हो जाते, जो राम नाम गाते हैं वो परम धाम पाते हैं। वो राम सिया राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम। सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की। So in this way, Bali departed from this realm. But what happens when somebody dies? So if we say that life is when the soul enters into the body, death should be the absolute opposite, when the soul leaves the body. But when the soul leaves the body, it does not vanish into thin air. Something happens, right? I always like to say we have to look at things practically. Something happens to the soul. What happens to it? Goswami Tulsidas Ji, he tells us further in this chaupai. Let's all join together in chanting Jai Ram Shri Ram. Jai Ram Shri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Bolo Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Rama. Ram Bali Nij धाम पठावा, नगर लोग सब व्याकुल धावा। नाना विधि विलाप करी तारा, नाना विधि करी तारा, छूते के क्षण देह संभारा। जय राम श्री रामा, जय जय रामा, श्री राम जय रामा। पुनि पुनिता सुशीष दूर धरहि, वदन विलोकी हृदय मत हतहि। मैं पति तुम ही बहुत समझावा, काल विवश प्रिय मन ही न आवा। जय राम श्री रामा, जय जय रामा, श्री राम जय रामा, जय जय रामा। सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। Goswami ji says, Ram Bali Nij Dham Pathava. Shri Ram, he sent Bali where Dham Pathava. Goswami Tulsidas ji ki bole, रघुनाथ जी के बालियों के अपना लोग भेज दिया. He sent him to his very own home. उसके जाने योग्य लोग को भेज दिया और सब नगरवासियों का वालुक को कर दौड़ चले. Goswami Tulsidas says that Sri Ram sent Bali to his own home. The absolute ability of the Atma to merge with Paramatma is the goal of every human being. When we allow Atma to merge and become one with Paramatma, how can this be accomplished? Only through punyam, through good actions, and countless good actions. And for this reason, Bali had the opportunity of Ramcharan, the feet of Sri Ram. And because of this, Sri Ram sent him where? Dham Pathava, to his very own home, to merge and become one with God. And that is the ultimate state of every bhakta, every devotee. That is the goal that we should set in life. You know, sometimes we set goals in life and we want to accomplish them at the end. A bhakta, a devotee of God, our goal should be to near God. Bali would have achieved that. In that, Bhagwan would have sent him to his own home. So we have the person who would have died. He would have achieved the ultimate state. But what about us around? Goswami Tulsidas ji, he says, Nagar Vasiyo mein, Nagar log sab vyakul dhava. Nagar mein, the people of the village, they were all in a state of grief. You know, when you lose somebody valuable to you, it does bring pain. I call it no name, but I had a fellow who was a menace to society. He used to drink daru, walk through the whole village and curse everybody. If you're looking for fight and bacchanal and all kind of thing. And I call him no name. I'm just saying, a good pundit friend of mine went to do the funeral. And everybody take the mic and go, he was a good boy. He was a nice person. He was an upright person in society. And my partner take the mic, the pundit, and he said, all that all I said is a lie. He was a crook and a menace to society. That is the truth of the matter. And really, that is what it was. You lose someone who add value to dharma, and it has hurt you. They say, hey, we lost somebody good. When Gona died, inside by way, everybody say we lost a pillar in Ramlila, in Chautal, in Jal Ramayan, and everything. We miss him. We miss him for Ramlila, for Chautal, for Jal. We miss him for everything. The Kong that you think we go miss he? Eh? Nobody ever miss he. Right? The entire city of Kishkinda was plunged into grief because of Bali. Yes, Bali had a bad way. One thing he do. Who tell him to want to take Roma? That's the wife of Sugriv. Yes, that was the error he would have made. But in his final hour, he connected with the feet of Sri Ram, and because of this, Bhagwan gifted him that Dham Pathava. Nana vidhi vilap karitara chute keshana de samhara. Tara anek prakar se vilap karne lagi kesh sukh gaye. Deh ki sudhana rahi. Goswami Tulsidas says, Tara came there. How? Trembling. Hair shaking. All over, Ramful, body trembling, and she fell upon the body of Bali. And that's not unfamiliar. Bhagavad Gita tells you, grieve not for the soul, isn't it? The soul is everlasting, it is immortal, it is ajar, it is amar. It went on and that. And yes, we know that. And we just read Bhagavad Gita. But you get a message, Mama dead. What is the first thing going to happen? Tears going to start come out the eyes. Why? Mamata. It's only natural because we have created that connection with Ma from birth. How you going to feel that, man? You know, like my father is always saying, he say, Bhaiya, if you can't love your own father and mother and brother, and say, how you going to love God? So yes, we create that kind of attachment in this world. And while we understand scriptures and Puranas, na matu, na pita, na bandhu, na data, that no single relation in this world really belongs to us, yet we are all connected somewhere or the other, so obviously it will bring pain for us. So grief is the first thing to be experienced, and everybody does sometimes have that kind of grief. You know, although the person would have lived an ageable life, and we try to console ourselves and we say, well, you know, Mama lived till 90 or Papa lived until 80 something and they did well, and you know, it's time to say goodbye. Still it does bring that kind of suffering. Every once in a while when we smell a perfume close to where Mama is to wear, or somebody do something like what she used to do, or we see something, and you immediately it connects again and you feel a little pain because we'd have spent time with them. And yes, Tara was in the state of grief. Goswami Tulsidas, he says, what kind of grief? Puni punita sushish udharai. Bar bar uske shish hriday mein dharti hai. Again and again she picked up the body and she touched it to her heart. And she embraced the body, his head. Varana vilo ki hriday matahatai. She pressed it to her heart, holding it dear to her heart. And you know what she said? मुख देख हृदय में तारा करती है ना पति, she said, मैंने तुमसे बहुत समझाया परंतु कालवश तुम्हारा समझे नहीं आया. Because मैं पति तुम्हें बहुत समझावा. I try to make you understand. You know what she's talking about? When Sri Ram sent Sugriv to challenge him, and Sugriv started about Bali, Bali. Bali get up and take his mukdar and ready to run out to fight Sugriv. Tara held on to his foot and started beg him, don't go there. Why? Because Sugriv have with him two Kshatriya princes that not ordinary. They're not from this normal realm. They are looking that normal. So don't run in there. But Bali was arrogant. He didn't listen to Tara. And sometimes all the men and things, we have to take a little page, all listen to all your wife, boy. He ran out there and look at what happened. She says, it seems as though Kala Vivasha Manahina Ava. It seems as though your death was calling. It seems as though that was happening. You know? Think about it. Everybody have a little story. After the person died, then we remember, you know, Mama was saying this 2 days ago. Some kind of hint. She was saying that she was saying that she wouldn't be here. Every family you go to would have that kind of experience. When you sit down and think about it, you say, wait now, at the moment, you couldn't understand and pick up on what they were saying. But it was like a clue that they was really ready to leave this realm. And so Goswamiji is saying, "Main pati tumhe bahut samajh aava." You did not understand what I was saying. Why? Because Kali Vashapriya Manahinava. It seems as though your time was up. It seems as though you're ready to depart from this world now. So he says, Angada kaha kachu kahatana payu. You depart from this realm and that you didn't do your duty. You didn't teach Angad Raj Niti na. Bicha Hisurupara Prana Pathayu, but yet you depart from this realm without doing that. Goswami Tulsidas says, in these chaupais, let's all join together now. Again, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. You know, I just feel happy. You know what has made me feel comfortable at home? Ask that fella. In my village, when we say Jai Ram, Shri Ram, I had to tell the people to raise the volume in the sound system because I can't hear myself. And by everybody listening hard and I accustomed to that now. So a little vexed if you see me a little bit shaky and things because I'm frightened. First time I really going to satsang and people hardly singing and things now. Right? So, yeah. So let's all join. Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Simple chant, right? Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Ram. अंगद कह कहूँ कहूँ नहीं पायहु अंगद कह कछु कह न पायहु बीचहि सुरपुर प्राण पठायहु तारा विकल देखी रघुराया दीन ज्ञान हरि लीनी माया जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
Ram, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Syapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. So Tara was plunged in this state of sadness and grief, just as any one of us would. And she's Angara kaho kaju. Right, she's saying that you did not teach Angar Rajniti and yet you departed from this realm. And she was in this state of grief and pain. You know, friends, in life, sometimes we all meet with difficult moments. Whether it be health situations or death in the family, financial problems, marital problems, whatever it may be. But we all meet with difficult moments in life. Whenever we meet with such situations in life, I'd like you to always remember this one line of tonight's katha. One line. Goswami Tulsidas, she says, Tara Vikala Dekhi Raghuraya. Tara was in this grieving state, crying. Can you visualize that? Holding the head of her husband and pressing it down and crying because of the loss of her husband. And Goswami Ji, he says, Tara Vikala Dekhi Raghuraya. Shri Ram saw the distress of Tara. Don't feel for 1 minute that Bhagavan is not there. Where does God reside? Within. So in happy moments, he right here. In sad moments, he, when you get vexed and you start to lego some Sanskrit language, he right where? Right here. He's there all the time. He does not disappear. If we decide to rob the neighbor, he's right where? Here. He does not move. God resides within us all the time. Therefore, he is always with us. You know, at time I'm going to do puja now, and our old lady, she's seen some trouble. She fall down and break she foot now, and she's 80 and thing. And she said, Baba, oh, I go tell you, he look like God and all leave me. I say, Moi, God don't leave nobody in us. We just leave God. We just always separate ourselves from Bhagwan. Bhagwan will leave us. Tara Vikala Dekhi Raghuraya. He who is king of the Raghukul clan. You know why Goswami used to say Raghuraya? You know why he reminds us of the Raghukul clan? Because there are different forms of Ram. You have the unmanifested Omkar form of Shri Ram. You have the princely form of Shri Ram sitting on the throne of Ayodhya. But Raghuraya refers to Banbasi Ram. Which Ram is that? The one who took off his garb. Not only to uphold Dashrath words, forget that. His father's words. He went into the forest, Vipradhenu Surasanteheta, Leen Hamanuja avatar, to uphold the words, to protect the Brahmins, the cows, the saints, and the sages of the forest lands. You know when Shivari Mata sees Sri Ram come in, how happy she felt? When Sutikshan heard that Sri Ram was coming, man, he get up like a madman. He didn't know which direction to run. First, he was happy. They were all filled with joy. You know why? You remember in Ramayan, when Sri Ram saw the heap of bones, and he asked the Rishis and Munis, he said, hey, what is that? And they say, Prabhu, that is the bones of the Rishis and Munis. And Sri Ram looked shocked. And he said, demons, empowered by Ravan, would have devoured the saints and sages for doing Havan. Tears began flowing from the Lord's eyes. You know what he do? He upheld arms, he took a vow. He said, I, Ram of the Raghukul clan, solemnly vow today that I will rid the earth of demons. Coming from the Kshatriya clan. So that is why when everybody saw him there, he brought joy to them. Raghuraya, the Ram who walked barefooted through the forest lands to protect the saints and sages. That is the Ram that Goswami Tulsidas is saying, saw Tara in distress. And what he did? Deen Hagyan Harilin Himaya. He stepped in and he begins to impart words of wisdom to Tara. You know, every day we meet with Sri Ram, and every day we hear words of wisdom. And wait, what do you think this thing is? My glasses fallen out and tired of picking it up. But underneath is the book, Ramayan. Sri Ramayan is the words of Bhagavan Ram. So every day we have the opportunity to hear that. He steps in and he begins to impart words of wisdom to Tara. You know what he said? He said,
Chiti Jal Pavak Gagana Samira Pancharachita Adhama Sharira. He says, Chiti Jal Pavak Gagan Samira. The human body is made up of how much elements? Let's forget all. How much? 5. Right. Ravi get 100 marks there. 5 elements. We name them now. Earth. We say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So is the next thing? Water. Baba, how much percent the water in the human body? So how much? 70. Baba smarter than me. He's something that I can't pronounce. He's what by epidemiologist, right? I get it. Nice one. So earth, the water, percentage of the human body. You have air. Soham, aham. We inhale and exhale all the time. Again, fire. You get sick and you go by the doctor. What does do? Every store you're walking in now, besides sanitize, you have to do so. And you're checking what? Your temperature. The human body does function with that temperature. There's fire in the human body. Last one, space. If you cut open the top layer of your skin like this and you open it back, you see thousands of cells running between there. And between each cell, they have a little thing like a cellophane bag to stop the cells from rubbing against each other. We have a big long name, we call it interstitial cell species. And that is what could be defined as the space in the human body. So Bhagwan Ram, he says, Tara, Chiti Jalapava Gagana Samira, Pancharachita Adhama Sharira. I have a problem with Goswami Tulsidas Ji. He said these 5 elements make up the what? The vile and sinful, the very Adham Sharira, the low form. But I don't understand that. You know why? बड़े भाग्य मानुष तन पा. Very all I know that, man. Nice. But we know what it mean. Among all God's creatures, the highest form is what? This human form. So Tulsidas Ji say that here. Now we come and say what? Adham Sharira. So 1 minute you tell me is the highest form, and next minute you tell me is the lowest form. You know what I mean? When the soul resides in the body, it is Bade Bhagya Manushatana Pava. When the soul leaves the body, it is Adham Sharira. You just give out toxins. If you stay in a room too long with a corpse, you get sick. So the time to do Mama Arati is when? Not Adham Sharira. When is? When she's alive. Best time to do it. You all remember? I'll take that. तुमने मुझे को जग में भेजा निर्मल देखने का आखिरी के संसार में मैंने. And everybody know this? जन्म जन्म की मैली. So this part there. मैली चादर ओढ़ के. There you go. मैली चादर मैली चादर ओढ़ के. What does it mean? Huh? मैली चादर ना ओढ़ के. What's that चादर? A sheet, a cloth to cover, a blanket, a coverlet. This human body is like a chadar. Maili chadar, oh, the kika is, Lord, I have stained this with so much sin that I am completely ashamed to stand before you. Hey, Pavan Parameshwar, Lord of purity. But me, sin, how I can stand before you, Lord, to account for the deeds that I would have done in this world today. Goswami Tulsidas, she says that the human body is now Adham when the soul leaves the body. So whatever I have to do for Mama and Papa, do it while they are alive. Pundit does agree with me when we sit down to take a little coffee and we talking and things. We always discuss things. When Mama live in, all the children quarreling who gishia pisa roti today. But when she dead, Baba and this 21 to carry, we had to cook. I don't understand that, you know. Papa living here, give me a cup of water. But when he done, Baba, how to offer the water? No, so, and so. Hey, give him a cup of water when he living. Give them the food while they are alive. No, I ain't saying don't do it till Angela, you know, understand what I'm saying? But it does work both ways. Honor the body while the soul resides within it. When we see each other, what do we say Sitaram for? We just say Sitaram because I recognize Sita and Ram within you. And one of the reasons why society breaking down these days, when we see one another, say, what you seen, dog? No more Sitaram hunting again. People call people Ram and Krishna, like kutta hai. Call them dog. So Goswami Tulsidas, he says, Pragate sutabutav aage sobha jive nitya karattu kehi lagi rova. Bhagwan Ram, he says, the physical body Tara is light, buried in eternal sleep before you. But the soul, which is immortal, it lives on forever. And it's the same thing Bhagwan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Nobody can kill the soul. The soul is everlasting, it is immortal. Nothing can destroy it. It lives on forever. Goswamiji, he says, Bhagwan Shiva and Devi Parvati in Kailash, looking out at the scene, this says, Upaja Jnana Charanata Balagi, Leen Hesi Parama Bhakti Varamangi. The Tara, she asks for the supreme boon of devotion and she held on to the feet of Shri Ram. Bhagwan Shiva, he says, Devi, Bhagwan is like the controller, and we all live in this world like puppets now. You know, you ever see how that is function? The puppet theaters. I rather have some sticks and some strings attached to it, or the fingers and strings attached to it. Now. When you move the thumb, right hand, left hand move, small finger, and so Bhagwan Shiva says, Devi Parvati, Bhagwan, God is in charge of this world, and we are all puppets in this world. Think it's a joke? You see a young boy, 14 years, he dead from diabetes. You see a next old man inside by Kandalwa by Dunks, he blazing all the punching and smoking all the cigarette and eating bad, anything, anybody, he lived till 89. Lal running every single day, exercising, never eat roti, always less oil, looking at his food and diet, never drink a drop of alcohol, never smoke a cigarette, and he knock out at what, 40 something, had a massive heart attack. How you explain things like that? You're going to be able to see a little fender bender of, and the person dead. You watch a total write-off and you say, oh God, that man dead for sure. Well, I said, Baba, don't talk so hard, look, the man stand right in his side. He don't have a scratch, boy. How? You know, it is said, F sharp minor. Yeah, that's him to go. There's a very beautiful bhajan that says, Shraddha rakho jagat ke logo apne deenanath mein labh hani जीवन और मृत्यु सब कुछ उसके हाथ में मारने वाला है भगवान बचाने वाला है भगवान मारने वाला है भगवान बचाने वाला है बालिन बाका होता उसका बालिन बाका होता उसका जिसका रक्षक दया निधान मारने वाला है भगवान बचाने वाला है भगवान मारने वाला है भगवान बचाने वाला वक्त बिना बीत जो कल क्या होगा इसकी चिंता जगत पिता पर छोड़ू क्या होनी है क्या अनहोनी क्या होनी है क्या अनहोनी सबका उसको करो ज्ञान मारने वाला है भगवान बचाने वाला है भगवान मारने वाला है भगवान बचाने वाला है भगवान जल कल अग्नि आकाश पवन पर केवल उसकी सत्ता The bhajan says Shraddha we should all have faith in this world and believe in God why Hani love Jeevan Mrityu Jas apajas loss and gain profit and loss health life death fame infamy it all lies in the hands of Bhagavan. He controls everything. The sky, the water, He pervades the leaf on the tree. He pervades all of His creation. जल कल अग्नि आकाश पवन पर केवल उसकी सत्ता जल कल अग्नि आकाश पवन पर केवल उसकी सत्ता प्रभु की इच्छा के बिना यहाँ पर हिल न सके एक पत्ता प्रभु हिल न सके एक पत्ता उसी का सोचा यहाँ पे होता उसी का सोचा यहाँ पे होता उसी शक्ति महान मारने वाला है भगवान बचाने वाला है भगवान मारने वाला है भगवान बचाने वाला है भगवान मारने वाला है भगवान बचाने वाला है भगवान श्यापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय So Bhagavan Shiva having said this, Taba Sugriva Ayasudinha Mritaka Karma Vidivata Sabakinha, he instructed, Bhagavan Ram instructed Sugriv to be crowned king of Kishkinda at that point, and also to crown Bali as Yuvraj, prince of Kishkinda. They all bowed to Sri Ram and made ready to do the works of Sri Ram. And then he said, before doing this, Mritaka Karma Vidhi Vata Sabakinha, to prepare for the funeral service of Bali. But Mritaka Karma, according to the injunctions of our Vedas and our scriptures and Puranas, there are many schools of thoughts on this. You go to one Pundit and he may say, well, do this so. You go to the next Pundit and he say, do it so. Now we hear all kind of different things, and then sometimes we get confused and we say, well, where's the correct way and where's the wrong way? You have to understand that India is a vast place, a big place. And the customs may vary slightly from Gao to Gao, from village to village now. But understand one thing, the main thing is offering Pinda and doing the offerings that you do, you know. If I have to give any advice on this, the one advice I always give is you know, Goswami Tulsidas wrote very beautifully, and he said, Bando Guru Kanja Kripa Sindhu Nararupa Hari Mahamohatam Punja Jasu Vachana Karivaranavadana. Bando Guru Parakanja. Always listen to your Guru. Whatever your Guru say, do. Don't worry about nobody else. If 50 lady Pundit tell you otherwise,
or 50 other pundits tell you otherwise, always listen to your guru. Why? Because you see, on the day of Diksha, when your head was covered with a sheet, and the guru chanted a mantra in your ear, and he gave you that mantra. You know, as he vow, you know, as he promised, the guru is saying on the altar that I vow to guide you along the right path of dharma. And the jailer is saying, I vow to listen to your words. So long as you listen to the words of the guru, you're always right. If the guru guide you wrong, that he take catch. But you always listen to your guru. And don't worry about what anybody else have to say. That is one thing. The next thing, Shrad comes from the word Shraddha. Shraddha means faith. Faith applies to love. Whatever we do in Shraddha ceremony, we offer it with love, we offer it with devotion. And whatever we do with that amount of love and devotion, then surely Mama will receive that. You know, let me conclude Katha tonight by saying, a way to visualize or to think for a minute that He is God Almighty. Think that. Think that you is God, right? And you're sitting in heaven and you're looking down on earth. And you see this boy, his mother died, her father. And poor fella don't know anything. You's God and you looking at this. So the Baba, the guru, comes up to him and says, listen, here what? You have to shave out your head. Poor fella said, what? He don't know why. But alright, you're going to do it. You see that green bottle thing you like to drink? None of that. He said, alright then. You see the KFC thing you like? None of that. He said, well, alright. You just go out and you're looking at this. Poor fella don't know why he's doing those things. And then say, you see, you have to sleep in the ground. You say, okay then. Every morning you have to get up and offer us water. You say, alright. Now he don't know why he doing none of those things. You just go out and you're looking at this. And then every evening he lights a diya. Until 10 days, until the day of Bandara. And he sits in Bandara and he starts to offer these things. And he takes a coin in his hands and he's saying with all sincerity and love in his heart, Prabhu, well, I don't know, but I offer this coin wherever my mom may be, may she always be prosperous. You offer pan and supari, say, Lord, during the course of my mother's travel, may she always have good health. You offer clothing, may she always be clothed. May she always have water, may she always have food. And you go and you're looking at this and seeing that this person is doing that. Will you turn away from him or will you answer his prayer? I'll leave you with that tonight. Ayodhyapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. So we have some bhajans. So we have a few more bhajans. The satsang was supposed to finish at 8:30. We are waiting on Ustad Dubraj Prasad somewhere around that time. So we'll do a few more bhajans while we are waiting. Yeah? You know, tonight's katha began with the feet of Sri Ram. In Bali, as he attained the heavenly realm. But Ramayan is filled with examples of those who have adored the feet of Bhagwan Ram. And the blessings that we acquire from washing the feet of the Lord Sri Ram. There's a very beautiful bhajan that says, Ram charan sukhdai, Ram charan sukhdai, bhaj man Ram charan sukhdai. राम चरण सुखदाई, राम चरण सुखदाई, भज मन राम चरण सुखदाई, भज मन राम चरण सुखदाई। जेहि चरणन से निकसी सुरसरी, शंकर जटा समाहि। It is to the washings of the feet of Bhagwan Ram that Ganga Mata ended up in the jata of Bhagwan Shivananda. जेहि चरणन से निकसी सुरसरी, शंकर जटा समाहि। जटा शंकरी नाम परो है, जटा शंकरी नाम परो है, त्रिभुवन तारन आए। भज मन राम चरण सुखदाई, भज मन राम चरण सुखदाई। जेहि चरणन से चरण पादुका, भरत रह्यो निवनाई। The very washings of the feet of Shri Ram, it is what made Bharat ask Bhagwan Ram for the khara of the sandal. For what? For Ram Charan on the feet of Shri Ram. जेहि चरणन की चरण पादुका, भरत रह्यो हिवलाई। सोई चरण सोई चरण के बात होई, सोई चरण के बात घोइली, तब हरि नाम चरावे। भज मन राम चरण सुखदाई। केवट another example of Ram Charan. Let's just cut a long story short. Nishad Raj sent Kevat. Why? He said, this is a once in a lifetime. Bhagwan Ram is coming into the forest. I don't care what you have to do. You acquire the washings of the Lord's feet. You know what he did? Shri Ram called for a boat. Magi Navana Kevatana. This is hands together. He said, Prabhu, I heard about Ahiliana. That Lord, the dust of your feet converted a stone into a woman. And Lord, she ascended to the heavenly realm. He said, Lord, my boat is made of wood. If the dust of your feet convert my boat to a lady, Bhagwan, one lady is so much a trouble. Two? No, he didn't say that. He said she ascends to the heavenly realm. Then how would I maintain my family, Lord? How would I transport people across the river? But Lord, if you allow me to wash your feet, man, I'll take you across. And this part of Katha, well, if you know, you know. And if you don't know, well, what is it? सोई चरण के रथ घोइली ने,
Seecharan चरण के बद धोइली नाई से नाई लेत धोबी से न धोबी लेत नाई से नाई लेत धोबी से न धोबी लेत ये देखे मजूरिया जाती तो न बिगाड़े प्रभु आए मोरे घाटे प्रभु आए मोरे घाटे तो पार तो मोहे उतार दियो जब आऊंगा मैं तोरे घाट तो पार तो मोहे उतार राम चरण सुखदाई राम चरण सुखदाई भजन राम चरण सुखदाई भजन राम चरण सुखदाई
And if I ask you tonight, who do you think is the greatest devotee in Ramayan? What would you say to me? Hanuman? What do you say? Bharat? Who do you think is the greatest devotee in Ramayan? Vibhishan? Hear what Tulsidas say, right?
दंडक वन प्रभु पावन कीन्हो पावन कीन्हो प्रभु पावन कीन्हो दंडक वन प्रभु पावन कीन्हो ऋषियन
The Lord, the very Lord who purified the Dandak forest. Think about it. Everybody running after Sri Ram, right? So Dikshan running all about like a madman trying to find Sri Ram. Hanumanji running after Sri Ram all the time. Bharat came running after Sri Ram in the forest lands. Vibhishan ran from Lanka straight across to the southern end of India to meet with Sri Ram. Everybody running down Sri Ram. Goswamiji says,
दंडक बने प्रभु पावन कीन्हो ऋषियन त्रास मिटाए सोई प्रभु जोई प्रभु त्रिलोक के स्वामी सोई प्रभु त्रिलोक के सोई प्रभु त्रिलोक के स्वामी सोई प्रभु त्रिलोक के स्वामी कनक मृगा संधाई भज मन राम चरण सुखदाई राम चरण सुखदाई भज मन राम चरण सुखदाई भज मन राम चरण सुखदाई
so Sri Ram. Everyone running after Sri Ram, right? But Goswami says, here you see Sri Ram how? With a bow and arrow. And he running down Maharaj. That is the only point in Ramayan that Goswami says that Ram, God, was now running after who? Maharaj was a Rakshas. Who was the first two demons Sri Ram met with? Marich and Subahu. He took an arrow and he killed Subahu. What did he do with Marich? Hit Marich a blunt arrow and sent him away. What? And he could have killed two of them? Struck with a blunt arrow. Anand Ramayan says, you know, I don't know if I always do that up here, but when you're younger, you know, it's a bringy, a kind of jet wasp looking thing. You used to go down and hole. And long time I used to take the little straw and put it inside it. Yeah? And sometimes you see the straw move. And sometimes you used to put a bottle to catch it now. Yeah? When you're small. Because we don't have no internet and thing now, right? That's what we used to do, right? They say that the bringy will catch hold of a worm and carry it to his home now and back him up inside the hole, sting him and paralyze him, so he under anesthetic kind of thing. And he sends him into the hole, reversing, and then the bringy will come in after and wait. When the worm gets out of his state of you know, unconsciousness, he will see the bringy staring into his eyes. And the bringy will look extremely frightful, scary. And then he will start making a terrible sound with his wings. And fear, over a period of time, will convert the worm into a bringy. Sri Ram struck Marich with a blunt arrow, a similar fashion. And anyway he looked, he saw Sri Ram. He was so fearful of Sri Ram that Marich turned out to be one of the greatest devotees of Sri Ram. What he said to Ravan when Ravan came to him and asked him to take the false guise of Adya. Remember? And so he said,
राम चरण सुखदाई भज मन राम चरण सुखदाई भज मन राम चरण सुख.
Let's all join.
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल बोलो गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन. हे राम 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 जपो राम 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 जपो राम 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 जपो राम 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 जपो राम. श्यापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय.
So, I want to do closing prayer something yet. I'll let Dubraj come and join us in some bhajans and then we'll do our closing prayer. Guna? You want me to play some guitar? It wasn't classical.
राम नाम सब जगत में क्या आप रहो श्री राम। राम नाम आधार है, राम नाम से काम। राम नाम सुख सार है, राम नाम धन राम। आदि मध्य अरुअंत में राम नाम तेरा राम। सीता कौन हरे, लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई। कौन हरे, लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई। सीता कौन हरे, मृग मार राम जब लूटे, सुन मैं या पाई। मृग मार राम जब लूटे, सुन मैं या पाई। उड़ उड़ काग मारी पर बैठे, उड़ उड़ काग परी पर बैठे। जब सोच करे रघुराई, कौन हरे, लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई। सीता कौन हरे, ऊंचे चढ़ के रघुबर देखे, कहन पदे दिखाए। ऊंचे चढ़ के रघुबर देखे, कहन पदे दिखाए। कह जल भरत तू बीमारी है, कह जल भरत तू बीमारी है। के लखन रघुराई, कौन हरे, लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई। सीता कौन हरे, लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई, लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई, लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई, लक्ष्मण। सीता कौन हरे, लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई। खोज खबरी लगत नाही, जाऊं तो सो न जाई। खोज खबरी लगत नहीं, जाऊं तो सहो न जाई। की हरि लाए गोलंकापति है, की हरि लाए गोलंकापति है। कौशिक ने अब काट लगाई, कौन हरे, लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई। तुलसीदास बजो भगवाना, हरि के चरण चितलाई। तुलसीदास अजो भगवाना, हरि के चरण चितलाई। पूछत फिरत तारुण सो रघुबर, पूछत फिरत तारुण सो रघुबर। तुम कौन हरे लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई सीता कौन हरे लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई कौन हरे लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई सीता कौन हरे लक्ष्मण मेरा भाई। निर्गुण तो ही भक्ति बरा नाम प्रभाव अपार कहावो नमो बरा राम तो निज विचार अनुसार ब्रह्मा राम तो राम बरा वरदायक वरदान रामचरित सतकोटि महा लियो महेश जेहि जान हुए दोलाल दशरथ का हुए दोलाल दशरथ का मुकादर हो तो ऐसा हो हुए दोलाल दशरथ का मुकादर हो तो ऐसा हो जनकपुर जा धनुष तोरा विवाह राम सीता को जनकपुर जा धनुष तोरा विवाह राम सीता को लजाया माथ बनवास दे दिया पिता ने प्राण को छोड़ा माता बनवास दे दिया पिता ने प्राण को छोड़ा ना छोड़ो साथ लक्ष्मण के न छोड़ा साथ लक्ष्मण दे विराजन हो तो ऐसा हो हुए दोलाल दशरथ का मुकादर हो तो ऐसा हो चरे जगदीश लंका का बना कर रूप भेरा का चरे जगदीश लंका का बना कर रूप भेरा का कपाया वंश रावण का कपाया वंश दशरथ काम कादर हो तो ऐसा हो। सखा सब रामचंद्र ले उदारी तत है ये देव्या। सखा सब रामचंद्र ले उदारी तत है ये देहा। बनाया शर हीरा सिंह ने, बनाया शर हीरा सिंह ने, पुनावर हो तो ऐसा हो। हुए तोला दशरथ काम कादर हो तो ऐसा हो। हुए तोला दशरथ काम कादर हो तो ऐसा हो। हुए तोला दशरथ काम कादर हो तो ऐसा हो। राम नाम एक मंत्र है, ताको राको पास। सब तीर्थ या मंत्र से तुमको होत सुभाष। राम नाम सम नाम नहीं, तीरथ बरा प्रयाग। गंगा जमुना सरस्वती जो पावे भरवार। कोटि तो बनाई, कोटि तो बनाई, चाही बन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई। चाही बन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई। कोटि तो बनाई रामा, कोटि तो बनाई। जाहि बन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई। जाहि बन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई। भोजपत्र बंगला छावो, चंदन बलि लगाई। राम चंदन बलि लगाई। भोजपत्र में बंगला छावो, चंदन बलि लगाई। हरि जल बोई बोय दई है, कंचन मृग जहा जोग जोग जाई। जाहि बन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई। जाहि बन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई। जाहि बन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई। लखन दोऊ है बैठे सीता बात सुनाई राम सीता बात सुनाई राम लखन दोनों है बैठे सीता बात सुनाई हरियल बोई मृग चुगल है मृग की काल हमारी मन भाई जाहि वन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई जाहि वन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई जाहि वन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई पारी सीता की लखने कहे सुनाई राम लखने कहे सुनाई काने आवाज पारी सीता की लखने कहे सुनाई जंगल में वीर परो स्वामी पर लाऊ खबर बेगी तुम जाई जाहि वन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई जाहि वन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई जाहि वन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई सुन तब बात चल तब लक्ष्मण धनुष से रेखा बनाई राम धनुष से रेखा बनाई सुन तब बात चली तब लक्ष्मण धनुष से रेखा बनाई राम धनुष से रेखा बनाई तुलसीदास को दास नौबत आजा दीनो है भजन मिलाई जाहि वन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई जाहि वन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई जाहि वन में हरि कोटि तो बनाई Pundit was the first man to beat me in our classical. He beat me one time. After that, I didn't see it. राम नाम दुबना लियो मिले अटल पर राज सुर नर मुनि जय जय करे महिमा रही विराज राम नाम श्री अमर पर पावे चतुर सुजान बिना भजन श्री राम के मन में रहत गलान मन में रहत गलान आय बिना रघुनाथ के देखे नहीं दिल को करारी रे मेरे माता यहाँ कर सकल दुनिया से न्यारा न्यारा हमारी है, यह जननी हमारी है। विमुख मोही राम से कीन्हा, या जननी हमारी है। धरनी पर भरत जी रूठे, नयन नींद से जारी है। बिना रघुनाथ के देखे, नहीं दिल को करारी है। सुन जब बात का मरना, हमें बच्ची से मारी है। सुन जब बात का मरना, हमें बच्ची से मारी है। वशिष्ठ मुनि दे आई शिक्षा, भारत को राज भारी है। बिना रघुनाथ के देखे, नहीं दिल को करारी है। नहीं मैं राज का भूखा, नहीं अब नींद से पाया है। नहीं मैं राज का भूखा, नहीं अब नींद से प्यारा है। पर रघुनाथ के पाऊं, यही मन में विचारा है। बिना रघुनाथ के देखे, नहीं दिल को करारी है। मेरे माता यहाँ करनी, सकल दुनिया से न्यारा है। बिना रघुनाथ के देखे, नहीं दिल को करारी है।
Check 1 2.
मोरे गिरधर से लगने जगत सब झूठा लागे ना हो जगत सब झूठा लागे ना जगत सब झूठा लागे ना मोरे गिरधर से लगने गिरधर से लगने गिरधर से लगने जगत सब झूठा लागे ना हो जगत सब झूठा लागे ना जगत सब झूठा लागे ना राना कहे मीरा की सुनो मीरा बात राना कहे मीरा साधु के संगति छोड़ दे मीरा, साधु की संगति छोड़ दे मीरा, सखियन सब सखु चाप, जगत सब झूठा लागे ना, जगत सब झूठा लागे ना। मोरे गिरधर से लगी नेहा, गिरधर से लगी नेहा, गिरधर से लगी नेहा, जगत सब झूठा लागे ना हो, जगत सब झूठा लागे ना, जगत सब झूठा लागे ना। जहर पियाला राना ने भेजा मीरा के हाथ, जहर पियाला राना ने भेजा, जहर पियाला राना ने भेजा, दी मीरा के हाथ। कृष्ण कृष्ण कही पी गई वो, कृष्ण कृष्ण कही पी गई वो, रस के यदुनाथ, जगत सब झूठा लागे ना, जगत सब झूठा लागे ना, जगत सब झूठा लागे ना।
Syapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. So before we conclude, let me, my good friend is with me here tonight, Pundit Karmesh Sharma. Let me ask him to give our blessing tonight before we conclude satsang.
Sri Krishna Chan Bhagavan ki jai. I was just enjoying everything here, and I couldn't remember the last time that I sat and had nothing to do except just enjoy. So it is a remarkable experience, really, really nice. I do not know the Seecharan family, and so I was just looking at mom's picture, and I go out of my mind sometimes because I lost my own mom. January will be 5 years. So I know what it was like to lose mom. So may God bless Jane. And I think she was fondly called Jane. Yes. And may God rest her soul. And to the family, I would only assume this was Pa. Pa. Yeah. And Sunil. And everybody else. Looks like a big family. So I had also a nice opportunity to see Duvraj, and really, really nice. And this was a remarkable experience. Nonetheless, my friends, I think a big mistake is to always give a pundit a mic or a politician. So let me just say my part, and with pundit's consent. And just a beautiful prayer that we all say, and Panditji would chant this prayer with us in the next couple of minutes. And this is Tomeva Mata. Tom means you, and Tomeva, Meva means mine. So Tomeva Mata means God is first, mother. Cha can mean and, it can mean then. Chapita Tomeva, and then father. So God is your mother first and then father. Tomeva Bandhu. Not Bandhu refers to bloodline. That which we are connected through blood, like parent and child, siblings and things like that. So third, God takes the third form as that Bandhu, as that child on your lap. Cha, Sakha Tomeva. That Sakha means associates, what you call friends and so. And in one form and fashion, and we Panditji alluded to this kind of thing, that sometimes you twist that around and friend first. You know, mom asked you to go and do something, you know, busy, too tied up. I remember many moons ago, I went out to do a puja for an 80-year-old person. I really don't go out on Mother's Day. I tend to want to stay home with my own. But I went because Ma was having 80 years. And she sat down at the bedi, and I observed that her toe, and if a big toe so big, her big toenail was so big. That family had to go to the funeral parlor when Ma died and cut her nail and trim her fingernails and things like that. And Panditji was alluding to that kind of thing. We carry guilty consciences. And in doing so, we tend to make the friar we couldn't give Ma when she was alive and put it by the kush grass when she did. And that's the kind of thing that we do. We defeat the purpose of life and try to make up with guilty consciences in death. So I just want to add to Panditji's message tonight, or part of his message, to say, do what you can do. And honor that mantra, Tomeva Mata, Cha Pita Tomeva, Tomeva Bandhu, Cha Sakha. Then it says Tomeva Vidya, the fifth. Vidya means not just simple knowledge. Vidya refers to consolidated knowledge. Panditji spoke, you would have heard plenty katha, advice. How much do we consolidate in the mind? In communication, we speak of internalization. We really consider something. What does Ma's death mean? You know, we have to consider that. What did she represent? When you say, I love you, what does it mean? You know, these days people don't even know what Seecharan means. Long time you say Seecharan, then you hear Seecharan, then Seecharan. And then people so busy, they even say Seecharan, they say Sitram. It almost sounds like Seecharan. We are so busy. We defeat the purpose, my friends. So Tomeva Vidya Dharminam, and then practice is important. How many of us know to say I love you, but how many people do? In 2003, because of my background in epidemiology and biostatistics, I tend to look at certain things, and I did a simple survey among my people. And it says, in the last 7 days, 1 week, did you, and there were 10 questions that followed. Did you say I love you to your spouse? Husband or wife? In the last 7 days. And 73% of respondents said no. And if that wasn't disturbing, one of the questions was, did you say, not just acknowledge or purport or anything like that, did you say to your child or children, I love you in the last 7 days? And 65% said no. That is sad. We're missing out. Practice is important. Then Tomeva Sarvam. Sarva means all. Then everything else comes into place and falls into place. Mama. Me, Mama in one school of thought can also mean to merge. Merge. But me, Mama Deva. Deva means God, and we know that. But in Sanskrit, the word Deva also means perpetual or unending. So God is unending, perpetual. So he's called Deva. So he says Deva, Deva. The word is repeated. And it says, Tomeva Sarvam Mama Deva. God is everything. You are everything to me. And at the end of time, may I merge in one with God. Forever. Unending. God comes number 8. Mother, father, family, friend, consolidated knowledge, practice, everything else, and then God. If you couldn't do the 7, don't worry the 8. And Panditji made that point as well when he said that you cannot find God if you don't look out, seek to do what you can do. So, my friends, in closing, God blessings to each and everyone. I hope everything works out well. This is a monthly satsang. Mama just passed. Monthly satsang going really nice. And I just want to chant one mantra and I will get Panditji to close. This is taken from the Gita Dhyan. There are 13 mantras in that. Just chant maybe one or two. Partaya pratiboditam bhagavata Narayanena swayam Vyasena gratitam purana munina madhe mahabharatam advaitam mrtavarshinim bhagavatim ashtadashaadhyayanim ambatvam anusandadhami Bhagavat Gite Bhavadveshini Om Sri Krishnaya Namaha Govindaye Namo Namaha Paramatamaye Namo Namaha. Thank you, friends.
Yudhyapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. So you've come to the end of satsang tonight. So let's all put our hands together, close our eyes as we offer a word of prayer, asking Bhagavan to show his choices and most divine blessings upon the beloved mother of this home. Prabhu, may you bless her with peace, happiness, prosperity, good health. In the hereafter, may she not grieve for her relations here on earth, Lord. May she move on to the realm of Preet. Om Anadhino Dhana Vishnu Shankha Chakra Gadadharam Apado Pundarikakshaha Preto Gati Samudra Bhava Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Together. Tamaso Ma Mrityurmamritam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki.
Navin Lalu Streaming Network for live streaming of any event featuring multiple camera angles, clean audio, video and photo slides. For information, call 335-0205. Navin Lalu Streaming Network, bringing real-time events to you.